Assalamu alaikum students. Today our topic is bipolarity. Class 12th political science. You know that name first and new international economic order, name non-alignment movement. These are considered to be the big challenges to bipolarity. You know that after World War II, followed by Cold War, world was divided in two blocks, US and USSR, okay, hunted by rivalry, hatred, and hostility. There was tension, confrontation between these two groups, between these two blocks, US and USSR, and their allies. And you know, at this juncture, World War II and the Cold War, many Asian, Latin American, and African countries, okay? Many Asian, Latin American, and African countries like India, Burma, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, China, Korea, Syria, Ghana, Nigeria. These were many countries. They became independent. They got independence, or they were decolonized. At this juncture, when World War II or this world was divided into two blocks, most of these countries, Asian, Latin American, African countries who got independence or who were decolonized, they did not want to join any of the bloc. US and USSR. They did not want to join any bloc. And they pursued the path of name, non-aligned. They pursued the path of non-aligned. You know, name traces its root to first Premier or Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who gave the idea of this organization name, non-alignment. And he was favored by, I have already told you in previous lesson, he was favored by his 3 or 4 friends, world leaders. You may recall them: Joseph Broz Tito from Yugoslavia, and Cardinal Abdul Nasser from Egypt, Misr se tha wo. He favored the idea. And Sukarno from Indonesia and Ghana se Kwame Nkrumah from Ghana. They are called the founding members of name. And there was first conference of name was held in Belgrade, you know it, in 1961, and the 25 countries took part in that conference, and they took very important, very crucial decisions at that in that conference, and they decided not to join any of the bloc, not to join any bloc, USSR, This was really a big challenge to US and USSR at that time and their allies, or the Western countries, or the rich countries, which were allies of these countries, big powers, superpowers. And secondly, they wanted to increase cooperation among these countries who got independence, and they wanted to reduce the tension of Cold War. Cold War से सारा दुनिया मुतासिर हो गई थी, सारे ममालिक मुतासिर, इवन के जो अंडर डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज है, लीस्ट डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज है, ये मुतासिर हुए थे. And these named countries, they wanted to reduce the tension. They wanted to reduce the. इस तरह all this war became the challenge to bipolarity, or US and USSR. And now these named countries, they were economically backward. हाल में आज़ाद हुए थे, सदी की गुलामी से आ गए थे. जाहिर था कि they were weak, economically they were weak. They got freedom, they wanted to preserve the freedom. ये जरूरी था. For preservance अब dependence जरूरी नहीं थी. अगर वो dependent रहेंगे अब भी, they cannot preserve their freedom. So an idea came again to their minds that economic development के लिए, freedom preserve करने के लिए जो हाल में हासिल की थी, they had to develop, make developments, और development के लिए they had to cooperate with each other. They had to cooperate, and these countries became now the pressure group. They became the pressure group. Pressure group for the Western countries or for their superpowers, or the US and USSR and their allies. These countries, these newly independent countries, they were also called LDCs. आप याद रखें, इनको LDCs भी कहा जाता था, यानी least developed countries. They were called least developed countries, and they wanted economic development, and which was necessary to preserve their freedom. And they realized that economically weak countries, economically weak or weakness means dependence. अगर यही हालत नहीं रही तो फिर they will go again to under their influence. इनकी influence, rich country की influence से बाहर आने के लिए they gave an idea, they gave birth to neo international economic order. और जो ये आइडिया दिया उन्होंने, जो ये आइडिया आया, तो this new international economic order was also now, because it became the pressure group. ये सारी कंट्री जो अंडर डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज थी, न्यूली इंडिपेंडेंट कंट्रीज थी, ये प्रेशर ग्रुप बन गया. जब ये प्रेशर ग्रुप, तो it was recognized by world communities, even UNO, United Nations Organization, and UNO, United Nations Organization, gave its report in 1972 and suggested some reformation in global trade system in the world. आम बात है कि यूएनओ ने रिकॉग्नाइज किया इनकी ये बात. For new international economic order, UNO gave its report in 1972 for reformation in a trading system on global level, and they gave what were the recommendations. What the recommendation aims at? They were, number one, UNO gave the suggestion or the for reformation in trading system. Number one, provide control to these countries LDCs मैंने अभी कहा आपको, लीस्ट डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज, ये जो हाल हाल में आज़ाद हुए कंट्रीज, इनको हमें देना है टू प्रोवाइड कंट्रोल टू LDCs ओवर दियर नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज, जो इनके नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज हैं जिन पर अब तक इस्तेसाल हो रहा था, एक्सप्लॉइटेशन हो रही थी, अब उन्हें दिया जाए कंट्रोल, उन पर अपनी जो नेचुरल रिसोर्स है वो कंट्रोल खुद करें, नंबर एक। नंबर टू, दीज कंट्रीज यानी LDC, लीस्ट डेवलप्ड कंट्री, दे मे सेल देयर प्रोडक्ट्स इन वेस्टर्न मार्केट, इनकी कोई से नहीं थी वेस्ट में, लेकिन अब ये UNO सजेस्ट करता है कि इन्हें भी लीस्ट डेवलप्ड कंट्री जो वो भी अपनी प्रोडक्ट्स वेस्टर्न मार्केट्स में इन्हें सेल करने की इजाज़त दी जाए। एंड नंबर थर्ड, वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज जो हैं, क्योंकि ये जो लीस्ट डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज हैं, इन्हें डेवलपमेंट करने के लिए उनकी सहायता की ज़रूरत है, इनकी टेक्नोलॉजी की ज़रूरत है, तो इन्हें सख्त नहीं है कि वो टेक्नोलॉजी हाई रेट्स हाई कॉस्ट पर ले। अब ज़रूरी है कि वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज क्या करें, दे मस्ट रिड्यूस द कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोवाइडिंग टेक्नोलॉजी टू LDCs, लीस्ट डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज। और एंड लास्ट पॉइंट जो है, लीस्ट डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज जो ये कंट्रीज हैं शुड बी गिवन मेजर रोल इन इंटरनेशनल इकोनॉमिक इंस्टीट्यूशन, जो बैनुल-अक़वामी इक़्तिसादियात के लिहाज से माली अदारे हैं, उनमें इन्हें भी शुड बी गिवन मेजर रोल। तो these were the recommendations suggested by the UNO in its report in 1972 in trading system on global level. I hope you understand. Thank you very much.